Spring is blossoming on Slice of Life. One of the first rites of the season includes Easter festivities and, of course, State of the City addresses, plus aerial eye candy and the Methuselah of light bulbs, all here on TV 30 Slice of Life Tri-Valley. In Dublin, a look at 2026's Extravaganza, and then how the city anticipated Mayor Sherry Hu's State of the City address, her review and reflections on the city's financial health and future priorities. Plus, a light bulb that's been burning for over 1 million hours in Livermore, and vintage airplanes on display every weekend. They've been called amazing pieces of business art. But how many art exhibits feature flying artifacts, right? I'm Mary Windishar. See it all right here, right now, on Slice of Life Tri-Valley. Stick around. Spring weather means fun outside, adorable kids taking pictures in the park, and of course, Easter eggs. Well, Dublin's got it all, and everyone's invited to share in the fun with Peter Rabbit and Flopsy at EGGSTRAVAGANZA. EGGSTRAVAGANZA is an opportunity to hunt for eggs, shoot photos, create crafts, enjoy entertainment, and hang out with family. Kids will need a ticket to search for eggs, but there's no charge for parents, grandparents, and your kids who don't participate. The hunts take place at 9, 10:15, and 11:30 a.m., and tickets must be purchased online before the event. This year's event is on Saturday, April 4th, rain or shine, but space is limited, so register early by visiting dublin.ca.gov and then search for EGGSTRAVAGANZA. Don't forget, you'll need to register at dublin.ca.gov and then search for EGGSTRAVAGANZA. Up next, anticipation was also high for the 2026 State of the City address in February. Mayor Hu provided an overview of Dublin's current conditions, accomplishments, and challenges, plus future plans. And people showed up ready to listen and learn.
So growing brighter is more than just this year's theme. It's a reflection of who we are. We are a city that welcomes new ideas, a city that celebrates diversity, a city that believes progress and joy can go hand in hand. As we step into Dublin's next chapter, I do so with tremendous optimism. I see a future filled with possibility when families continue to thrive, businesses continue to invest, and the neighbors continue to connect. And together, we will continue growing brighter.
I'm very excited for today to hear what Sherry has to say about this amazing community. Dublin has grown and just become such a vibrant town. Goodness, coming into town today on the freeway, looking at all the amazing businesses and homes, they've done an amazing job. So I'm really looking forward to hear what's going on in Dublin and all the great things happening now and what she has planned for the future.
We are so excited to be here. This is a great day. Sunflower Hill really supports the city of Dublin. And guess what? We have a new community coming in at Grace Point for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Olivia runs all of our programs.
Hi.
Yes, and we're excited. Come visit us at Sunflower Hill. Can't wait.
It's a pleasure to be here today. I really love hearing Mayor Hu talk about the great things that are happening here in Dublin. It's an honor to be invited, and I'm really excited.
Yeah, really excited to be here to hear our Mayor Sherry Hu present on the State of the City. This is our second time doing it, and excited to hear and kind of share the great news that we've been doing on the front, on a number of fronts, including the cultural side, the business side, some housing, and just our economic sustainability. So excited to hear what she has to share with the community and engage with the community at large.
Of course, I'm here to celebrate the city of Dublin and all the fantastic things we have going on. I can't wait for everyone to hear Mayor Hu's address and hear all of the exciting economic development things we have going on, all of the great community events we have going on. I love this event every year.
I'm Kathy from Zone 7 Board of Directors. and I'm really happy to be here because Dublin is obviously one of our water customers through the Dublin San Ramon Services District. And I'm here with one of my colleagues,
Dawn Benson, and I'm the only Dubliner on the Zone 7 board. So I'm here because of my wonderful city, and we have so much to offer. Not only do we have great partnerships with the city and DSRSD, but we also really look out after each other and the community. With the projects that we're doing here, recycled water has been a thing, which preserves, we're the water wholesaler. So it helps take some of the burden off real water. So, and our organization is we're all at large, and we're eager and helpful to all our communities. So we look at that as we, not me.
Yeah, just to tag on to that, we represent all of the Tri-Valley, and we need to supply good, clean water, and when you turn the tap on, the water flows out, and so that's our mission. And flood control, of course, that we work to try to ensure, that we don't have any flooding with the heavy rains and with climate control and everything. So it's really a couple different aspects to the agency that we work hard at and we're proud of. As I tell people, think about how many times you turn your light switch on and the power doesn't come on, and then think about how many times you turn your tap on and water doesn't come out, and we're really proud of that. And it's clean.
And it's clean.
And it's clean.
I always like to come to these things because the Tri-Valley really works as a partnership. So it's great to see what the other cities are doing, and this is why the Tri-Valley is such a great place to be.
Hi, we're here with the Dublin Chamber of Commerce for the State of the City address with the Mayor of Dublin, Dr. Sherry Hu, and we're very excited. The who's who of Tri-Valley businesses are here to hear what the city has in store for the next year.
We're very excited. My name's Angela. I'm with Key Point Credit Union. I also sit on the board of the Chamber of Commerce.
Hey, my name is John. I'm with the board as well, the Chamber of Commerce. So we own Hana Japan Steakhouse right down the road. Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. We're excited to get everybody here and get to meet all the dignitaries and, just let loose a little bit and have a good time.
I'm really excited to, last year I was the MC for this event, so they asked me to come back, which is kind of really risky of them, just kidding. But I'm really excited to hear what the Mayor Hu has to say and to be contributing to the community here in Dublin. So yeah, very exciting.
To see the full address, find it at tv30.org. Stay right there. We'll be back with events going on in Livermore next. If you need a background for selfies, check out the collection of beautifully restored planes any weekend at the Livermore Airport. You can also discover the rich history of aviation, from classic warbirds to early civil aviation pioneers, and meet the pilots who fly them.
Every Saturday and Sunday, year-long, weather permitting, people pull their aircraft, vintage aircraft, out of hangars here at the Livermore Airport and put them on display. At the Livermore Airport, we have about 500 hangars, and we have an amazing collection of vintage aircraft, but most of them are hidden in these individual hangars 99% of the time. So we make an effort from time to time to put them out on display right here in front of Elevation LVK Restaurant so that the public has a chance to enjoy some of these aircraft like the two you see behind me.
So this is a Cessna 195. It is a 1948 model. It was actually serial number 86. It was the 86th one ever built. In its day, it was primarily used as a business aircraft. It can hold 5 people, and then it has about a 5 to 6 hour range depending on how you're running the engine. People are usually quite impressed with it, for a couple of reasons. One, it is polished, it's not painted, and that is a labor of love. It takes quite a bit of time to polish it. But also there aren't that many of them left flying. There are only 1,200 of them ever built, and there's about 200 of them left. Not all of those are flying. A lot of people have those stored in hangars and garages in parts and pieces. So it's quite rare to see one out flying. So people are usually pretty impressed with it.
This is a 1938 Waco, cabin Waco, EGC-8, and it's considered the Learjet of the time, basically. It carries 5 people at about 150 miles an hour, and it has all the luxury of inside of an old car. It has lights in the back for reading. The front seats come back quite a ways. The pedals fold down. Kind of had a faux instrument panel that looks like wood. This airplane was restored in 2000 with new wood wings. Pretty much everything is new, rebuilt. It's nice to see other airplanes, older airplanes, being taken care of, and I will take care of this one for somebody else down the road, and hopefully they will enjoy it as much as I do. Hopefully more young people get involved. I'm involved with the EAA here, and they're real good at trying to get younger people to fly, get them into flying, building airplanes and that sort of thing.
We have an amazing collection of aircraft here at Livermore Airport. We have what I'm told is the 3rd highest concentration of amateur-built aircraft, 95. We have World War II warbirds. We have Cold War jets. And we have antique airplanes, vintage airplanes like the ones you see behind me. We've had, at our peak, I think 5 P-51 Mustang World War II fighter planes. That's not common anywhere in the country, and scattered amongst multiple owners. This is some pretty fantastic resources we have here. If we had a museum, we would fill the museum. But instead, at least we have Vintage Aircraft Day and our Airport Day, where many of these airplanes get pulled out of hangars so that public can enjoy them. You know, it's important in aviation to kind of keep the history of aviation alive, and not just alive and not just in static display, but these aircraft actually are actively flown. Right? They're really well maintained. Their engines are rebuilt periodically, and we have 70, 80-year-old airplanes that are in amazing flying shape, and in many cases better than when they came out of the factory. And so for future generations to be able to see the progression of what aviation has come through. I mean, these planes that you see behind me were business aircraft when they were first developed. And they don't look anything like the business aircraft of today, but this was an important way to advance commerce in the United States and around the globe. Here at Five Rivers Aviation at Livermore Airport, we're taking aviation to the next level, the next era of aviation. And what we're finding is that the next door that's opening in aviation is electric aircraft. And we're partnering with electric aircraft manufacturers here in the Bay Area and on the East Coast to set up charging and maintenance and training and passenger facilities here at Livermore Airport. There's more of an emphasis on clean and quiet aviation, and we have now zero emission aircraft that are nearly silent. And so that's the future of aviation at the same airport and flying side by side with the past of aviation. And we're really excited to see that, and we're excited to see that aviation is moving in a direction that's compatible with the community here at Livermore.
The EAA they mentioned is the Experimental Aircraft Association. They build their own planes and also get young people interested in their mission. For more about the weekly vintage aircraft display, check out FiveRiversAviation.com. And now, the world's longest lasting light bulb. It's been burning almost continuously since 1901, illuminating Livermore's Fire Station 6 and making history as it approaches its 125th birthday.
People ask me, what is the Centennial light bulb. Well, it's actually a light bulb that was installed in a fire station, and originally in a hose cart station on 2nd Street in Livermore. That at that time they had hose carts and fire equipment that they would have to go respond to the fire station there to pick up to go to a fire. Well, at nighttime it'd be pitch black, so they had to light their hand lanterns in order to get in and pick up equipment and not trip and fall and all those kinds of things. So what they did is installed a light bulb. Dennis Bernal, who owned the power and water company in town at that time, had purchased some from Shelby Electric in Shelby, Ohio. And the light bulb that you see here in the fire station is from Shelby Electric. Why is an incandescent bulb lasting so long? We have, from all the way through the 80s and 90s, and even in the last couple of decades, we've had physicists, scientists from around the Livermore lab and from around the country. Even Annapolis did a study on some light bulbs that were similar to the existing light bulb here. And none of them can determine exactly why this has lasted so long. They're thinking, okay, well, if you turn off a normal light bulb, you turn it off and on, you cause power surges to the light bulb and you can burn out the carbon, and that's the whole effect of making the light bulb not last as long. The carbon filament burns out and opens up and you have no more light. This one never gets turned off. However, it did turn off a few times in history that we've recorded. So why is this one still going? Shelby claimed they had a pure carbon, that they could make the carbon filament as hard as a diamond. Maybe that has something to do with it. They used to, what they call shooting, and they would take the filament and make it round as the wires wound round for the filament. And Shelby had a secret thing that they did it in rectangular filaments as well. But they had a secret formula, how they baked the carbon, everything. And today, that secret formula didn't even get to General Electric, and today we still don't know how they did it. So people ask what kinds of things have happened while the light bulb has been in existence. All you have to do is look back in history from World War II. I mean, you think about it, World War I, World War II, the automobile, the airplane, none of those things were invented at the time of this light bulb being installed. The fact that when we did our celebration, even in 2001, 9/11 happened at the World Trade Center. We had our event, our celebration in June. But the interesting thing about this light bulb, it still provides 24 hours, 7 days a week, silently hanging from the ceiling, lighting, illuminating the station for the firefighters. It still illuminates it today. They get out here in the middle of the night to get a call, and it's the light that's on, and it still lights up the fire station today. On June 6th, at 10 o'clock in the morning, we are going to celebrate 125 years of the illumination of the Livermore light bulb, the Centennial light bulb. And it will be the first event of the 150-year month-long celebration for the city of Livermore. So we're proud to be the first event to do that. It's going to occur here in this fire station. The public is invited. We'll have a birthday cake to celebrate its 125th birthday. There will be antique fire apparatus. There'll be a barbecue. There'll be a number of folks coming here from around the world. We're going to be giving a prize to the person that's traveled the longest in the country to get here. Anyway, that will be June 6th, 2026 at 10 a.m. Folks ask all the time about where they can find more information about the light bulb. Obviously, if we go to the internet, you can look at, just search Centennial bulb or Centennial light bulb, and hundreds of locations come up to search, as well as YouTube videos and et cetera, and films, and there's all kinds of things that come up. And then there's a number of books out there, a few of the books, and a couple of the books are here today, and one of the books is the one I did in 2015. It's called A Million Hours of Service. This is available only on Blurb or at this fire station. It's not available anywhere else in the world. I am planning to get it onto Amazon at some point, but we just haven't got around to that. But nonetheless, you can go to blurb.com and it can be purchased on there, or come to the fire station. The interesting thing about this book is that it's not just the facts that were written, but all of the money that is made on this book goes to the Livermore Pleasanton Firefighter Foundation, which is a charitable organization and provides for charities and burn centers. The other books that were written are also available on here, but the day of the event on June 6th, these books will also be available for sale at that point.
The Centennial bulb is one of the very few that survived a secret cartel scheme for planned obsolescence. I guess if light bulbs don't burn out, we won't buy new ones. You can see the bulb in action on the bulb cam anytime at centennialbulb.org, or just visit Fire Station 6. Stay right there. Slice of Life will be back in just a moment. Thanks for sharing a slice of Tri-Valley life today. Like us on Facebook for a behind-the-scenes look at the show and many of your other favorite TV 30 shows. And if there's something coming up in your community that you think should be on the show, just send us an email. I'm Mary Windishar. Take good care, and we'll see you in April on Slice of Life Tri-Valley.